How do you read the water? How do you find trout in a stream? Well, they're not everywhere, and there's a lot of water out there, so you need to narrow it down. And I have 3 things for you to remember. If you can remember these 3 things, you're gonna have a really, really good head start at finding trout in a stream. So, number 1 is water 2 to 4 feet deep. Trout will be found sometimes in shallower water and often in deeper water, but they usually won't be feeding in that deeper water. They prefer to feed in water that's about 2 to 4 feet deep. So you look for that depth. That's number 1. Number 2 is water that's moving between 1 and 2 feet per second. And if you don't know what 1 or 2 feet per second looks like, take some leaves from the stream side or a twig or something and drop it in the water and just estimate the distance and count it out and see how fast it is. Get an idea for what 1 to 2 foot per second water looks like, because they like that speed. It allows them to feed, allows them to move up and down in the current, yet they don't have to exhaust themselves in the water. To give you an example, the water in the middle of a fast run would be running at maybe 4 to 6 feet per second, quite a bit faster. So 1 to 2 feet per second. In fact, the water here along this edge on the inside of this fast water, and then on the other side, that's running about 1 to 2 feet per second. And that's what you want to look for. The third thing to look for is some sort of protection within 10 to 20 feet of where the fish is feeding. They don't need to be right next to a big rock or next to a log, but they need a place that they can dart to really quickly when danger threatens. Protection can also be deep water, so they might be on the edge of deep water and they'll use the deep water for protection from predators, or even a riffle. The surface of a riffle will break the surface, and predators from above, ospreys and eagles and things like that, can't see the trout very well. So riffle, deep water, log, rock, stuff like that, even weeds. They need that somewhere close by. And I'll give you one more added tip. This is a special bonus. Look for water that's kind of uniform, kind of a nice uniform chop. Avoid water that's really swirly and super turbulent with big cells of turbulence. Trout don't like that much because they get knocked around a lot. So look for that smooth, uniform water, 1 to 2 feet per second, 2 to 4 feet deep, structure nearby. You should be able to find trout.